Welcome to Lee Carvalho's putting channel. I am Carvalho. You have chosen a 3-wood. May I suggest a putter? 3-wood. Now enter the force of your swing. Welcome to Lee Carvalho's putting channel. I am Carvalho. You have chosen a 3-wood. You have chosen. May I suggest a putter? 3-wood. Now enter the force of your swing.
You have entered our drive. You have entered our drive. You have entered our drive. Our drive. Now enter the force of your swing. You have entered our drive. Our drive. You have entered our drive. I suggest another turn. You have entered our drive. 7, 8, top 2 swing. You have entered our drive. You have entered our drive. 7, 8, top 2 swing.
White is like a box of
Carvalho's putting check.
Then they are keys rented, please.
You may not aim all out. Carvalho's putting check. Carvalho's putting check.
Welcome to Lee Carvalho's putting channel. I am Carvalho. You have chosen a 3-wood. May I suggest a putter? 3-wood. Now enter the force of your swing. Ball is in. Parking lot. Would you like to play again? You have selected
Our drive. 7, 8, top 2 swing.
ball is in. Parking lot. Would you like to play again? You have selected
Oh, yeah. No, Carvalho's putting check. Carvalho's putting check.
You have entered our drive.
Carvalho's putting check. Carvalho's putting check.
I suggest another touch.
Carvalho's putting check.
You have entered our drive.
Carvalho's putting check.
I suggest our drive. You have entered our drive.
ball is in.
Our drive. You have entered our drive.
Carvalho's
Our drive. You have entered our drive.
Welcome.
Our drive. You have entered our drive.
You have selected
Our drive.
ball is in. Parking lot. Would you like to play again? You have selected no.
Turn around, think. Did he cry? If I have to go back for that promise that I made for you, so don't say over that life. Or else friend or don't have it back time. But if life you both play by the rules. And my life you can't give credit to being so, but you will social slowly for my patience stays bigger. And won't come back till you're a little richer. Go ahead and try to buy it if you're able. As you know my price and such that she able. I can tell your petty needs if I drive in. But I think you're just that you keep my being. Your one will be here to pleasure. Packing in my items for forever. I know that there is nothing cheap about, but you cannot be that thing without. I know you've got rubies, rubies. For lamp oil, rope and bombs, lamp oil, rope and bombs, lamp oil, rope and bombs.
Never gonna give, never gonna give. Never gonna give, never gonna give. Never gonna give, never gonna give. Never gonna give you up, never gonna let you down. Never gonna run around and desert you. Never gonna make you cry, never gonna say goodbye. Never gonna tell a lie and hurt you.
AYEM グーニングトゥチョンチェントチョップ。
I fucking hate Twitch oomfies. This hellish website keeps disconnecting when I just go live. I had to change multiple settings just to get a fucking goddamn connection. And I know it's not me. Everything on my side's fine. I did multiple tests before I even hit the fucking go live. I know it's not me. I hate this bastard website. Hi everyone. Hello. Hi everyone. Hello. Omni, welcome in and congrats on first. I know you got first, and it hasn't technically fully disconnected on Twitch side at any point for anyone else to get it. Hello. Hi. Hello, Harper. Hello, Zarkodia. No. Get your ass back here. There you go. Phoenix, welcome in. Hello, Draconic. Zarkodia, thank you for the 7 full streak. Hello, Kadath. Hello, Bean Cards. Hello, Jazza. Spider, thank you for the 28 goddamn months. I am gunning to Sean. Yeah. Hi, Miss Schwartz.
I hate the fact that you're even living.
Hallelujah. Coram, welcome in. Thank you for 35 full streak.
You should not be alive. You should not breathe the same air I breathe. You are scum. You are below me.
Hi, good evening. Welcome. Hi. As long as the internet hold. Well, no, I know it's not the internet. I know it's not. $48 eggs. $48 for eggs. I just want to watch Elv not pay $48 for a box of mini eggs. Oh, mini eggs, yes. Mini eggs are fucking abysmal. Quit stepping on me. Quit pushing my head lower. Stop. I want to. No, stop. Stream. Quit pushing me down with the kicks and the stuff. Uh-oh, I accidentally hit it. Now I gotta hit it. Okay, good. No, it's still at the proper spot it should be. Then a lean merch, I'm fine to go and you play the Zumba Fu theme. Hello, Kadath. Thank you for the welcome back on me, even though I never technically. Okay, chat. So tonight I have a bunch of slop. I wanted to stream yesterday, but I was so goddamn. Yeah, I'm never really high energy. Like, this is very clear. Even when I get like spastic and start like ranting, that's about the peak of high energy I can get. Yesterday I was just so fucking done with life and everything. And then having the internet kill out at 1 o'clock would have fucking like toasted my mental. And then having the power go out this morning also would have fucking killed me, because that probably would have been just as I was ending. Hi, son, welcome in. And then waking up to find out that the power going out last night in this building fucked up the hot water tank, and now I don't have hot water. Woo, it's been a day. Hello, dipshit, welcome in. Hi. So tonight, my goal is to take this... Who's Snorlax? No, it's fine. They can still dead name me. I don't care. I've had multiple trans friends be like, are you going to still get dead named? Like, that'd be funny. And I went, well, you said it to me, so that means I can use the joke. Yeah, I don't mind. So you had cold, pointy nipple shower. So the fun part was there was just enough hot water for me to jump in and shampoo my head. And then the second that I was done shampooing my head, the water literally stopped out of the tap. And I went, that's a sign that my shower's done. And then when I got home, it looks like they fixed it. But halfway through my shower, it cut straight to cold again. Well, no, the first time, like, all the water just ceased. And that was concerning. This time around, yes, my nipples are still erect from the cold shower. Hi, Tilted. So are we watching the 4chan video from the guy you like so much? What? The huh? The who? What guy do I like so much? Who son, you gotta expand upon that. You gotta expand upon that. Busted mic guy, you gotta expand upon that. Rubs nipples on mic, 20 gift subs. No, cause like I gotta stand up and like do stuff. We got a fucked up storm here blowing shit everywhere today. Oh no. Oh no. No, the only major video that I'm like talking about is the content cop. About and aka this guy's so poor he desperately needs rent money. So he busted out a thing that like what 2 years ago now he said he'd never do again. Tib said it the best. You know we're in a recession when the content cop fucking episode drops. Sorry, I didn't have time to pack myself a funny little cigarette, so I'm doing that now. I was going to do that at the start, but then the fucking goddamn OBS died twice. I want to make that apparent. OBS fucking died. Gonna watch the reaction to it from the subject? Ha ha ha. Motherfucker already is looking at my goddamn Twitch tab, or at my Twitter tabs. I was actually thinking about looking at that first. Oh yeah, 420 is this week. Sarkodia, not only is 420 this week, but it lands on Easter Sunday, and it's WrestleMania weekend. Half the people I work with are pissed that they have to work because it's WrestleMania weekend. The other half are like, I wanted to spend time with my family. And I'm sitting here going, man, I'm so happy I don't work Sunday. Because if you don't know, chat, Jesus toked for your sins. He's seen so much furry porn when he was on the cross dying, bleeding out. Saturday night into Sunday, I'm showing up. I'm taking every infused drink that I have in my fridge. I'm pouring them all into one big cup, and then we're watching the fucking Christmas Carol that CWC wrote in prison. We're going to watch all of that, and I'm going to pass out on stream. That's it. That's Saturday. That's Saturday in a nutshell. Hello, Rathos. Welcome in. Ian is so lost. Sam Hyde was the final blow that forever broke him. Yeah. Samuel does that to a lot of people. Also, I have to remember where I'm at, because every time I just want to refer to him as my and then his Twitch channel name, but then someone will get mad at me. Or not his Twitch channel name, his Twitter name. Sorry, T's and T's. And this is good. This is all packed. Is 4chan still dead? Is 4chan still dead? I assume it's still dead. It might rise. You know what'd be funniest if it came back on Sunday? Yeah? Man, it's gonna come back on Sunday. And there's someone's gonna make a Jesus joke. Been dead? No. Kadath, it's been dead since like early 2012. That's the last time it was relevant and good. 2016 was like the actual final nail, but like 2012 was the end. Whenever Moot sold it, even still, that stupid son of a bitch didn't have any coding skills whatsoever. And then the new guy who took it over hasn't even done anything. Are you watching Some Ordinary Gamer? Wait, Some Ordinary Game? Well, fuck would I watch Mudahar? I've got Content Cop. I've got Content Cop to watch. Content Slop. No, the Mudahar video is just him going 4chan's hacked, 4chan's dead, and it's everything that we already know about. Ever since Coney. Yeah, Coney was the last good meme on that website. Though every once in a while I still kind of just think in the back of my head, Putty Putty! Putty Putty! Giga Putty! Actually, I gotta put that on now. Chicken jockey? Bum 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 bum.
Pretty pretty! Pretty pretty! すごくでっかい気がプリ！Pretty pretty! Pretty pretty! 今日パーティー
fluid 100-year-old timber, releasing the source code and doxing the admin's mods. We'll put it up for a while, if not forever. Nah, I'll be back by Sunday. It's too powerful and it had too many educator emails as mods for it to go away completely. Also, most of that was known since like 2023. Like a lot of the source code leaking was the thing that killed it. Everything else was kind of known for a while. Blue Solo, welcome in. Yeah, it's pudding. It's Japanese pudding. It was a glowy den from the start. It always, well, no, not since the beginning, but especially since Moot sold it. And now he works at Google, which that was funny. Yes, Kadath, there are many X-Chans out there, but this one had like half of Israel screaming on pool. And it was funny. It was good enough for him to get a fucking job at Google, so I guess it was. Like, come on, let's be honest. Everyone in here has been to the website at least once. I made 4chan when I was 7. Yeah, because I won't refer to it in a political fashion. It was a piss pool in my eyes, and everyone went in to take a big leak. Big ass putty, yeah, Giga Putty! Put some horror movie soundtrack, and you got yourself a new scary movie. No, Putty Putty is just is great. Actually, that's perfect, because that's what I want to talk about next. I'm not turning the music on. Hi, Nikki. Hi, Nikki. I'm not turning the music on. But I want to point out a few things. This got released 2 days ago. This is Studying with Max Goof Lo-Fi Ambience. I want to point out a few things. All right, get off the... we're done. I did the putty putty bit, and we talked about it. We're good. This is important. This is very important. Hey, Kingdom Hearts fans, I want to point out a few things of this to you. First and foremost, you see Twilight Town? Do you see Twilight Town? Do you see Twilight Town? Yeah, the power line's over here. Power line's over here. He's over there. But do you see Twilight Town? Do you see sea salt ice cream? There's sea salt ice cream. There's another one, but I forget where it is. Gentlemen, I think we're getting Max Goof in Kingdom Hearts 4. Hi, Ben. Hi, Ben.
Snorlax Pato-san.
Reverse Town. Nah, no, it's fine. The Papu Papu fruit. Thank you. That's the other one. That's the other one. I think we're getting Max Goof in Kingdom Hearts 4. And honestly, if that's the case, based! Based! Finally resurrect him! That was cute, and I have not seen that. So no more Goofy? That's not to say Goofy's not going to be in it, but I'm happy to see Max included. I'm still in Kingdom Hearts, despite being mad at Kingdom Hearts 3. Yeah, no, yeah. I want to remind everyone that currently in my hands, I'm holding a metal keyblade. Unfortunately, the little dangly bit for the chain fell off, so that's in another hand. Goofy's fucking dead. No, he's not. Though it would be neat to have Max in one world just complain that his dad's been gallivanting off with another kid this whole time, and that he feels jealous. But yeah, I got a keyblade in my fucking hand. A metal goddamn keyblade.
You're a fool, Sora.
I'm fucking hyped for this shit if this is real. Can't wait for the extremely goofy movie world. Oh. Just give him a Powerline costume for his alt. Goofy died in Hollow Bastion. Nice, fine. It's Disney. They won't let him die. He's fine. He's totally good. But yeah, this whole thing, cool. Corrupted Powerline fight. No. Maybe we'll get the rest of the album. Ooh, hiccup bad. Maybe simply, they'll bring back the guy who voiced Powerline and did all the music, and they'll be like, hey, can we finish that album? And then we shove it into this video game. Because, oh boy, that gonna be real fucking good if they do it. Goofy just got retired in the old barn in the countryside. No, I can see Goofy, Donald, and Sora still being the integral team. I can just see Max showing up at some point. Or they finally move away from the integral team, and then those two just, like, Goofy and Donald just kind of show up at some point. You defeat them to have the use perfect cast ultimate. No. Actually, that would be pretty good if that was the ultimate for Max. Him and his dad do the perfect cast, and it's like the father-son fucking Kamehameha. I don't care if this kills the... Actually, I do care if this kills the bit. Hold on. You're not seeing this. No copyright infringement intended, but we're still gonna slap you with it if we catch you doing it. Hi, Sotokoma, welcome in. What if they did finish the album and they didn't have a good Goofy spot to release it? Like a spell so... No, I'm pretty sure they only did the 2 songs that are in the movie? Max takes up the mantle as some other class, possibly spell so... Oh, okay, that'd be cool. No, actually, now that you say that, yeah, that might be neat. Jim Cummings is still kicking. Pete making snarky comments as you move through the world would be hilarious. Goof. Yeah. Oh, and then we can get what's Pete's son again? What's Max's friend? God, why can't I remember him? He's so good with the W Riz with the goth chicks. PJ, thank you, PJ. Yeah, have PJ come in. No, get off the putty video. Oh, every time I hear it, my skin tingles, a positive tingle. Living in the PJs? No, that's Eddie. That's Eddie. That's that claymation thing I showed you guys. All right, Kino. Kino's on TV. 1080p, Kino. It's a good idea. Disney was pro child getting boner in this scene. Like normally. Living in the PJs, and then the sewer grill, the sewer topper rolls and then spins. Me too, Max. Me too. Hi, Nine. I'm gonna go backstage with those backup dancers and learn their moves, right? And learn their moves, Woozle, right? Also, welcome in, Woozle. First time ever we're seeing it eye to eye. Oh my god, it's Pauly Shore! Hi, Glail. Hi, Glail. I love when Goofy's all blushing. He's funny. How'd he get in that? How'd he get in that? Okay, so this is the world where Max shows up, and we just get to have a Powerline concert. Please, please, please. That's all I want. Come on, Square, you can do one thing, right? If they still even do it. Yeah, so Max's ultimate is just the perfect cast, and then Goofy shows up, astral projecting behind him, and it's like the father-son Kamehameha. That's it. That's literally it. That would be the perfect goddamn thing that Kingdom Hearts 4 could make. Well, they all kinda are. You ever played the Goofy Movie game? There's a Goofy Movie board game? No, I wasn't even aware until this moment that was real. Haktua, Haktua, Haktua! Spit on that thing! Haktua, Haktua, Haktua! That was terrible. Why would you come in here and do that? Why would you show up and do... Oh, I gotta play this real quick. Just until we see Vince. This is now one of those new videos where if I see it pull up in the recommended, I have to wait until Vince does this little Coke dance. Go back, bud. They said that. They did not. They did not. Funko Goofy Movie Multicolor. Let me pull this up in another tab. In an incognito tab so it doesn't dox me. A capture? What the fuck, J.E.? $35? $35? No. Is there an image of what the board is? Oh, it's a shittily drawn map of the USA and you just have to race to get to different... Okay. I hate that the last two images are showing Funko Pops. They could try tabletopifying Kingdom Hearts if they haven't already. That's just the Winnie the Pooh pop-up book segments. Wait, that came out 20 years after? Shit. The board game department were desperate for anything. Yeah, it's Isaac Haynes during, what was it, an In Your House or a Rage House or something? Just stick my balls in your mouth. Ooh, suck on my chocolate salty balls. Stick them in your mouth and suck them. I think it was WWE Rage in Your House or Rage Party. 1999. This is post season 1 or season 2 when South Park was literally on the... There he is! There's Shane dancing. There's fucking Vince. Hold on, back it up. Okay, so Vince is on the far right, and then on the left is Shane to his back to the crowd. They're both high as fuck on cocaine. So you can either watch Vince over here. This is Vince. He's going to be shaking like an old man. Or you can see Shane doing the Running Man, side hopping all the way down. Yeah, they're high out of their fucking gourds because it's 99 and they're on top of the world. I need a sour piece of this guy. No, Vince is a terrible person. Oh, but fuck, is he funny to watch. This is my toxic red flag. Vince McMahon is a terrible person and I still enjoy what they've done from an entertainment standpoint. How are you notice these things? Busolo, I have autism. Pick me up, just stick my balls in your mouth. Suck on my chocolate salty balls. Streamer, didn't you say you were only going to play it until Vince was dancing? I know, and then it's still Isaac Haynes. Hey, Fiber, suck on my balls. Yeah, I'm showing you a wrestling video. Dave is a homo! Vince McMahon is a consummate professional and entertainment to the end. He was probably making sure that the angles were right when he was shitting on that secretary's head so the wrestler fucking her could get a good look. This song reached #1 on the UK charts. Yeah. Isaac Haynes is was a fucking fantastic musician. Again, I will push. You all need to listen to the South Park Chef Aid album, which is mostly him. and then a shit ton of fucking musical acts you would never expect to be together. Like, the first actual song outside of the intro is DMX, Ozzy Osbourne, Old Dirty Bastard, and Crystal Method on the same track. Oh, man, baby. Baby. You just burnt my balls. Oh, I'm still singing the album. Alright, he's a legend. Isaac, not Vince. Well, Vince is infamous. So much fluorescent paint and black lights during this time. Yeah. Put him in your mouth and suck him. Everybody else here has consumed that plus a lot of cocaine. Dude with a big hat. Wait, who the fuck was that? Goblin, who was that? You're telling me, Sotocoma, I was 8 at this time. I could have been able to buy, I could have bought like 7 houses. Buff Bagwell? Okay, thank you. Woo! Jamiroquai? No, that man was like 2.5 Jamiroquais wide. Jamiroquai is a skinny, skinny man. Buff Bagwell is big, hence the name Buff. Don't know what he bags well. Maybe groceries. Oh my god, it's a whole hour-and-a-half Rammstein concert from 1998. 4K 50 FPS remastered in Berlin. That'd be neat to watch. That's his last name. He bags well. Remember, names like that are typically in regards to like a family thing, like Smith or Dickinson. It's the thing that the family was known for the most. Typically a profession or a hobby. Ugh. No, today we start off with Flesh Simulator. Welcome in Flesh Simulator.
The Big Apple. We're out here in this park because
Let me do something funnier if my reaction time was better.
Oh,
Gura! Okay, back to the regularly scheduled video.
The Big Apple. We're out here in this park because I wanted to improve the production value of this channel instead of just shooting this video in my gloomy apartment.
I painted my room black and had a bunch of those felt posters you would paint and a bunch of black lights in my room. Growing up, because my mother worked in a factory that made them. Oh, that's pretty neat.
Yeah, that totally fucked your eyes because you're in darkness all the time.
It would make
still
a good
neat.
segue for the rest of the video, and also so that you stop asking it. It is a remix of a song called Captagon Limit that I released. That was remixed with the acapella of the track On to Creep by Tommy Wright III.
Okay.
This remix was done by a friend of mine. I have no MIDI and I must scream. The link is in the description. It is
pretty neat.
SoundCloud.
Randy versus Batista attack Gold Dust. 1 minute, 34 seconds. Okay, you want me to go into the video? 43 seconds deep. Is the timestamp needed, Goblin? Or was that accidental?
Psych. We're back in the gloomy apartment.
Like,
anyways, let's set the stage. Memphis rap in the 90s was an incredibly influential but underground scene that gave birth to legendary artists.
Just
like,
to get to the point, I appreciate it. So it is needed.
Mafia, the aforementioned Tommy Wright III, Maniac, a bunch of others, and laid the groundwork for stuff ranging from, like trap to, horrorcore to funk to all, So, what set Memphis rap apart from its contemporary genres? First of all, was the incredibly lo-fi and DIY approach to the production. There's no, real kind of studio polish to any of this. All of this is being done on 4-track cassette players.
Oh, hell yeah.
Dr. Beat drum machines, Radio Shack microphones, recording in people's bedrooms, in people's basements. Giving it this
because I get excited that people are talking about funk.
Low fidelity,
Too bad.
degraded sound that has, since become
Get
very,
tricked with music's many pointless genres.
Of the genre.
Oh, the days of listening to horrorcore demos. No,
Honestly,
no,
there's a lot
no.
of comparisons that can be made with.
No, Jazza. No, Jazza. Long before, when the internet was Hypnospace Outlaw, Bud was on LimeWire downloading tracks exactly like that. It's real. And it's because of the internet that it's real. So blame the internet once more.
The sort of second wave Norwegian black metal bands of the 90s, both in terms of production and also extracurricularly. Bands like Mayhem, Darkthrone, whatever. Secondly, is the actual structure of the music itself.
Mayhem mentioned.
It's standing in stark
That
contrast
means somebody
to
died.
the East Coast jazz-influenced New York hardcore hip-hop scene, or the, West Coast funk sampling.
As all things were, or System of a Down.
This is something very, very different.
Remember, System of a Down owns Nintendo.
Well. Like, in addition to the dark and murky production, there's also a real kind of just bass-heavy, low, repetitive...
He come to town, he come to save the Princess Zelda, that is not Surge, whoever thought it was on fucking mess, I tell ya!
One of the most critical players in this is the aforementioned Tommy Wright III. And firstly, I just wanted to say that it is kind of a hilarious big dick move to...
I am playing Yu-Gi-Oh! Once more. You have the addiction. You have the crack. It's in your veins.
The subject matters discussed under your full government name instead of a pseudonym.
Oh, Spider, if I don't know if you're still here. But I hope the move is going well, or the unpacking in the home. I briefly read that in DJs, I think, or Callie's, I forget where.
But
there's talks about opening a dispensary in town. I'm excited.
Kind of the brains behind the whole
Sodacoma. I don't know how it works in wherever you're at, but depending on packaging, there's a few key liner notes that I want you to pay attention for. 1, package date. Yes, it does matter. The older that it's been sitting in that bag, the drier and shittier it's become, and more THC will, over time, change into CBN. CBN is a cannabinoid that's primary goal is to make you feel really fucking tired. So, for anyone out there that wants a way to go to bed easier while not having an addictive method, or melatonin, which your body naturally makes. So like steroids, if you start abusing melatonin, you fuck your natural way to make it. You can try CBN. It's not that it goes stale. So THC as the chemical compound over time will just convert itself into CBN, meaning that it gets less potent, and then it turns into something that just makes you tired. So if you want a really good indica, basically you don't want to get high from it. You want something that's going to make you go, Yeah, the primary function of THC is only to make you fucked up via a psychosis effect. But past that, its presence helps activate other cannabinoids like CBD, CBN, CBG, CBC. They all have different functionality, and your entire body has a cannabinoid receptor system, much like your nerve endings or lymph nodes. Actually, more akin to lymph nodes. And then from there, your body picks up on certain things. I really do need to do like the actual sit down, like this is your educational weed lecture of the day, but I need to take time to actually like make a PowerPoint and then flesh out what I want to do. I never write anything down. I always just do it in the moment, but I should have at least some like a refresher notation on actual statements as opposed to me secondhand slopping it. But in a nutshell, you first want to focus on package date. Secondly, your THC volume versus any other cannabinoid listed. And then third, if it has terpenes and what percentage. You're shooting for 2% or higher mainly. Like any percentage listed is good, but like 2 or higher is always better. The main thing about terpenes is that is smells and flavors. Why is that important, streamer? Well, if you want something that smells like a citrusy style, something like that, you want limonene. Limonene is the same stuff they put into Pine Sol that makes it smell like lemon. However, limonene is also very much a sativa-based one that will make you up and active. Pinene is the piney one. Some people have said that they get a little high on piney style weed and they get a little paranoid. It's literally because they have an adverse effect with pinene. You can have certain terpenes that you just don't like. You can go out and do a test. I think it's like $350 or something. But they'll tell you exactly what terpenes your body likes and your body hates. And then from there, you're actually just going to be hunting terps as opposed to THC level. Tommy Chong since the 80s has been saying, yeah, you're better off just looking for high terpenes and not fucking... like, THC is kind of secondary. Pine is in Pine Sol. Sativas are just all made of cleaning product ingredients. Yeah. Yeah. Hi, Dank. Welcome in. Because every cleaning product you smell and you kind of get a little perked up by it. I understand the word weed and nothing else. Well, I try to pass knowledge. But that's your small little tidbit of the day. Old weed make you tired. Figure out which tastes and smells you like the most, because those are going to get you higher than THC volume. And THC volume is still a factor, because if it's really weak and you're a habitual smoker like me, whoo! Nothing gets you high. THC without terps barely even gets me high. I have in front of me, Dank, a 26.8% THC, but 5.34 on the terps. Sadly, it doesn't list what they are, but it's been very nice so far. Oh, I knew about the terpenes, but the rest is new. Well, I never expect to be telling someone 100% new information, but at the same time, I don't expect anybody else to have all the information I have. I yap to fill in gaps that I hope are there, and if not, then you got extra spackle on your wall. My bad.
Memphis production style. He's also just one of the most underrated and
I have a smudge on my glasses and I hit it.
Maybe of all time.
Making the room look foggy when it's not.
Like, he's kind of like the Velvet Underground of rap production.
Smoke weed, get high, science. I've been on a cart with 14% terps. Ooh. I think this disposable's around 8 left. And I don't know what this Tetra Labs one was, but it's sativa, so it's probably not that high.
Now, on to the lyrical content. The lyrical content of this movement was dark. Serial killer dark. Season 1 of True Detective dark. It was filled with, not only
make
just
a doc on
violence,
the Discord later. This will be useful
occult
later.
Imagery, horror movie samples.
Oh, that sounds like work, though.
Extensive satanic references and themes. 666 Mafia, whose name was a reference to the alleged number of the beast. That's 50 too many. Was particularly known for an era where parents were already molding about rap music. Memphis rap really took it to the next level. And that actually is where our story about sigils begins. So, what is a Memphis rap sigil? Alright, so you know how in like Oblivion or Skyrim or whatever, they had black soul gems. You get them from killing necromancers. And what you can do is you can soul trap someone. You can cast the soul trap spell on them, and if you kill them within the allotted time period, all their soul energy is trapped in the black soul gem, which you can then use to recharge magic staves or make spells or whatever. It's basically that. Like, the idea is that, when you finish up a new mixtape, you do some kind of incantation or ritual.
Same. Well, not
You
torrent.
pick
I
a
was
victim, then you go kill
reading
that person,
magazines.
and you bring a copy of the cassette with you, and it soul traps their soul into the cassette to make it sound extra evil, and then you use that cassette to make masters from, and then you can distribute those. Okay, let me just be direct here.
My fellow Americans, let me just be direct.
Memphis rap sigils are not real. They are a meme from the 4chan/X conspiracy board that originated around 2017.
What's that website? Oh God, we can start making those jokes now.
You will find no record or mention or reference to them prior to 2017 because that is when
they got invented.
Someone made up the meme. Like, these actually come from the Rap Conspiracy's iceberg chart, which is floating around there. It's a... You know what an iceberg chart is.
Yeah. And hold on. What's a good one from it at the low part? Rihanna Rain Man Entity. The 37th Chamber. New rappers are deep fakes. Cash Money Pedo Rings. Drake killed Triple X. Sentient SoundCloud. Dipshit did 9/11. Missy Elliott Demon Conjuring. That I can believe.
And what's interesting though is how quickly this was just sort of
accepted,
rolled into the popular canon of what was going on down there at that point in time. And like, admittedly, even I myself initially I read that and was just sort of like, oh, I guess they were soul trapping people. And it wasn't until like I really, thought about it a little bit more than I was like, hey, wait a second, that sounds like Oblivion. And then I
who just put Oblivion into Memphis rap?
What's interesting is just like how quickly it, was just taken as fact. And I think that really has to do with the tone and the nature and the vibes of the music.
Chat, could you believe that they just kill somebody and take their soul and put it on the master to make it extra spooky?
Why is Memphis rap so creepy?
Because the extra layer of analog, because it's 4 cassettes, just mixed together. But I can't believe these kids didn't get accused of this.
What is it that makes,
actually, it might be spawning from this
specific
I think
time
about
and place in the rap
Well, I'll
world,
see if he brings it up.
Feel so genuinely unsettling and occult and creepy. And really, to understand Memphis rap, you have to understand Memphis itself. You see, Memphis in the 90s was not a fun place to be living. It was a city with real deep-seated issues, like, abject poverty, extreme racial tensions, one of the highest murder rates in the country. Memphis itself also just has kind of a uniquely dark past in terms of high-profile events. It was the city where Martin Luther King was shot. It's scarred by the damage from the resulting, civil unrest from that. It's the city. It's where the West Memphis 3 case happened, where 3 teenagers were wrongfully accused of murdering 3 children and what was assumed to be some kind of satanic ritual, primarily because of the fact that they had an interest in the occult and listened to metal music. It's a city marked by countless serial killers, like actually a weirdly high number of serial killers. Memphis Strangler, the spree killer in the 60s.
You think people just show up to kill there, or like
a propane truck
something in the water?
in Memphis created a literal hell on earth situation when, 9 people were killed in a giant propane fireball.
Ooh.
Here is where I need to make a distinction, though. Dark rap occurs everywhere. Chicago drill, Houston horrorcore. But what makes Memphis rap different is the overt embrace of Satanism and the occult. All right, let's talk about the actual overt occult and satanic influences on Memphis rap.
Where's Memphis again in general proximity?
Mafia. Their early albums, like Mystic Styles, are absolutely full of
I assume it's South
occult references
Michigan,
and
but
explicit
like
mentions of the devil. Now, here's where it gets interesting.
More in the middle.
Most of these Memphis rappers, including some members of 3 6 Mafia,
or is it more like Dead Center?
Identify as devout Christians. DJ Paul has stated in interviews that the satanic imagery used was, it was artistic expression and metaphor, not literally devil worship. He kind of went on to say that, it was shocking, it was badass.
Yeah, it's like Alice Cooper. He don't actually worship the devil.
That were being experienced at that point in time. However, there have been persistent rumors about certain members, particularly Lord Infamous and cüüčktent, having deeper involvement with the occult. One of the most puzzling pieces of this situation is a bit of evidence that came from an interview that cüüčktent did years ago. He described how, while shooting the cover art for Mystic Styles, they wound up stumbling upon what was, in his words, a gathering of, some kind of, group of rich businessmen and politicians engaged in a black magic ritual of some kind. According to cüüčktent, they were made to watch, and that experience heavily influenced their imagery and themes and lyrics going forward.
Hey, you have to watch us do spooky magic.
Former member of 3 6 Mafia.
Do I have to? Duct tapes him to the chair. Yeah, you have to.
Specifically, Juicy J and DJ Paul do not worship Satan. Before going on to say, other people, that's not my business to say. Although one might be tempted to kind of question the veracity of the statement, given Black's acrimonious departure from the group, the 2 members with whom he actually had issues were the 2 that he said didn't
of Southern black music since early blues guitarists made deals with at the crossroads.
Additionally, Black states that although he does not worship Satan, nor did he sell his soul, he did accept a deal from Satan for his career, which he detailed. He would achieve wealth and fame via his music career in exchange for glorifying Satan and things like violence and drug abuse. Now, on the other hand, Crunchy Black is a lifelong polysubstance abuser with a history of mental illness, so...
That could be a metaphorical statement in...
So, where does that leave us with the Memphis?
They have sold their soul
basically they're,
through the means of music that
piece of internet
do
folklore
these
that gained
things.
traction
And
because
there
it
is some
seemed
deep
plausible
seated
given
guilt.
the, genuine darkness of Memphis rap. I've said it once, and I'll say it again.
But also 3 6 Mafia made Steve-O eat horse poop, so that was funny.
No, there weren't actual demonic sigils embedded in the tapes. However, these artists did create something that felt ritualistic and hypnotic and genuinely unsettling. They were clearly influenced by events they certainly claimed to have been satanic, and as such, they tapped into something primal that I think continues to influence artists.
They didn't make them do anything true.
Like and subscribe.
Call me right, I creep at night. Posse deep is how I creep. Call me right on the grease with that fucking side out. Tell me about the clip it to the ground, blaze it 44. Call me right, I creep at night. Posse deep is how I creep. Call me right on the grease with that fucking
I appreciate Flesh Simulator. Oh yeah. No, that's too long. Oh yeah. Oh. Hey, can you shut the fuck up? I'm gonna put that on way later because that's way too long. That's not. That's probably not getting played. Either way, maybe.
No!
Ow! Have more slop. Don't hit me. But I also have to check the Discord real quick because am now remembering people dropped some shit in there. Okay, these are mostly just small meme videos. Sweet. Alright, give me slop. The on top or on the bottom? Hey, thank pod.
Cool. That
Game
ain't
Boy.
a Game Boy. That's a game man. Look at it. Haggard, old,
Chain smoking.
tired, and doesn't want to work anymore. I mean, I don't know if it works anymore. It was cheap. For some reason, I can't figure it out. It's missing everything. Oh! No
Holy
way.
shit.
Gotta try so. What's some kid's
And-
name? Hand? Oh. We'll play with it more later. Stinking Game Man. Like, thinking of an iconic Nintendo thing that's gone now. Like the Game Boy? This was a monumental product. Like, wait, they did not invent the portable game nugget thing, whatever, right? Same way that Apple didn't invent the smartphone or the MP3 player. But they did do something in common, which is make the first version that
Kid
didn't
named
suck.
Hand?
Seriously,
Well, he
other
was
attempts at
best
doing
friends
something like
with a
this
kid
were
named
horrible.
Finger.
And like Nintendo just...
They were inseparable.
nailed it.
Because
And
they
maybe just,
were actually
okay, that's
conjoined.
better.
Oh.
This one's conventionally used, by the way. Oh, how they age. Game Boy,
Fucking
you calling it a
Christ.
nugget? What do you mean? A nugget's meant to imply that, you know, it's a little bit rough and squat in some ways. Yeah. It's a nugget. I seriously cannot play any of the music, right? You know, Nintendo's a little bit petty about what people do with their content in any sort of way. It's not fair that you're ragging on it for having a monochrome screen and no backlight, because seriously, if I turn these lights off, we're seeing nothing. This was the pinnacle of what handheld gaming could be. Wrong. Sega. It's called
The Game Gear.
This thing has
With so many
color,
D batteries that
widescreen.
once
And
they
look at this.
drain
This is
dead
a
in
TV
30
module.
fucking
It's
minutes,
lost the thing. That's
you
the
can just
Nintendo
start
that pulls
whipping
out.
the
I've
D
owned this Game
batteries
Gear
at people.
for ages now, and I remember they were turning off the analog TV signal, and I remember watching The Simpsons for the last time on this thing. Yeah, you can just pick up TV on this. This was a year later.
Well, you
This is
could.
like the same competition. You've heard of
I think it was
Atari,
like a
right? I
third
don't know if the camera's
of the
cut
card
wide enough to
storage,
fit it in,
apparently.
because holy stink.
What?
Look at the size of it. Look how like tiny that D-pad looks. This too. Color screen, widescreen. Have you seen Batman on this? So
No,
honestly,
I didn't
like,
know
the
this
Game Boy
existed.
be looking real nuggety compared to the competition with their like color screens and backlights. No, that's not how business works. So yeah, these have way more features. You can do like heaps more stuff with this.